Ay, wait lang. Ayan, okay. Okay, so yan ano, ayan, from what I understand, most of you, or if not all, are already done with ano, surveying ano. And then you have already contacted your own statisticians or math major who will help you interpret the data. Okay? So again, ang sabi ko sa mga grupo, whichever option na practical, yung mas hindi kayo masyadong magagastusan, doon na lang kayo ano. Basta tutulong lang sa inyo na interpret ng data. Kasi mas credible yung interpretation if it's someone who is a math major or a stat major. Okay? So again, wala naman ako restrictions. Pwede siyang outside the school, pwedeng taga BSU. Um, Later on naman during the defense, we would be able to check ano, yung validity ng responses, and you will have your documentation naman proving that you indeed contacted um a statistician, no. Ngayon, meron na kayong IMRAD, and then traditionally sa thesis meron tayong chapter 5, which is summary of findings, conclusions, and recommendations ano. Sa atin, since we will just be doing IMRAD, mas maikli lang siya, right? Sa IMRAD natin, dun sa mga samples na binigay ko sa inyo, nag-i-start siya. Actually, less than a page pa nga siya eh. So this is page 3. Page 3 hanggang dulo. Wait, share ko lang saglit ito. So, ayan, no, makikita ninyo from this is a total of just 4 pages nga lang eh. Yung iba madami page talaga yung ginawa nila, no. Sabi ko iano pa, mag-trim, i-summarize no yung mga important parts lang. So makikita ninyo dito almost at the last page na. So ayan, results, conclusions, recommendations is ayan, 546 words lang. So maikli lang talaga siya, 546 words, and roughly 1 page lang siya. Kung iakyat mo 'tong column na 'to dun sa taas, isang page lang 'yan. Okay. So super condensed na 'yan ano. And ang pwede ninyong gawin is of course you create a matrix, no? So paano ba gagawin yung matrix? You start with the questions, yung SOP ninyo. If 'di ba nung ginawa ninyo yung questionnaire ninyo, meron siyang foundation na SOP eh. And then yung SOP na yun yung naging pinakang sections ng questionnaire ninyo. If you have, let's say in this case, meron siyang 5 major questions, no, or yung 5 problems, statement of the problem. We expect 5 findings, 5 conclusions, and 5 recommendations. So tapat-tapat siya, no? So kung ano yung problem 1 ko, dapat laterally congruent yung findings, yung conclusions at recommendations. Ganun din for question 2, for question 3, for question 4, for question 5. Okay, dapat magkakapareho siya or parang connected lahat siya. Okay? Common issues kasi or common problems na nagagawa ng students, no. They are excited to create their conclusions and recommendations. Ang dami nila naiisip, no. So sige, lagay. Ngayon, pagka tinignan mo yung conclusions and recommendations, hindi siya tumutugma doon sa SOP, or naglagay sila ng kunwari 8 recommendation. Ang question nila 3 lang naman or 4 lang naman. So saan ang galing yung extra na 4, right? So numerically hindi siya magkatapat. Another is meron siyang research which is all about business, no, let's say kunwari lang marketing strategy. Tapos ang nilagay niya sa recommendation to the academe, recommendation to the teacher, recommendation to the administrator, to the students. It does not make sense, ano? Kumbaga, dapat ang recommendations mo, i-analyze mo, no? Magkakaiba kayo eh. No? Magkakaiba kayo ng type ng study na ginawa. So kung ikaw ay analysis of marketing strategies ng isang business, therefore, ang recipients ng recommendations mo would be the business, the consumer first, no? Yung businesses at yung consumer. Now, you can also create additional recommendations. Let's say may recommendation ka for the LGU, or you have a recommendation for the government, etc. etc. Papaloob siya based doon sa SOP na ginawa mo. Okay, so tatargetin mo yung lahat ng agencies na yon. So you have one recommendation that targets the customer, another recommendation that targets the business owner or business operator, another recommendation that targets the LGUs. Okay? So saan siya lalabas? Again, depending on your SOP. Okay? So I hope I'm making sense on that part na hindi kayo gagawa na kumbaga, I'm not expecting na may mga unless ang study mo involves students and you wanted to top the curriculum, pwede. Pero kung hindi naman, hindi dapat tayo makakita dyan ng recommendations para sa teacher or recommendations para sa school administrators, no? I hope I'm making sense, no? So, example, so meron siyang SOP, or ito yung first question niya, what is the demographic profile? So gusto niyang malaman yung profile, like what's the age, what's the sex, what's the course, what's the civil status, their monthly income, and how much do they spend. Kasi ang study niya is impact analysis of online shopping to buying behavior of the students. So ito yung study niya, no? Hindi ko ma-highlight. Hindi na lang natin ano. So yan yung study niya. Okay. And then in this SOP, inaalam niya yung profile, no, nung mga nag-answer. So naturally, ang findings mo would be constituting this. So ano-ano ba yung age nila, ano yung sex nila, ano yung course nila, etc. etc. So yun yung ilalagay mo sa findings. So kunwari ang findings niya, so ito lumabas ano, ang findings niya, ages between 21 to 25 years old, female ano. So karamihan daw female. Ang degree ay business management. They're still single and unemployed. Okay. So binubuo na natin yung parang pinakang avatar ng ano no respondent. So mga estudyante, wala pang asawa, ages 21 to 25, their monthly income is 3,000 pesos and below. So syempre karamihan dito wala pang work. So talagang hatakin pababa yung kanilang monthly, right? Kasi meron diyan mag-answer dependent lang siya sa salary na binibigay ng parents niya. Meron naman isa, working student, so mas malaki yung kanya. Pero yung average niyan, it would fall in the middle or maybe lower. Okay? And then ang expenditure niya is just 500 pesos monthly. So dito, binuo mo yung pinakang, ano, sa findings, no, binuo mo yung itsura ng iyong respondent. Okay? So kung ang iyong respondents daw ay babae, 21 to 25 years old, female, blah, blah, blah. What does that say on your study? Na ang study mo ay impact analysis of online shopping to the buying behavior of the students. So, wala ka pa sa conclusions or hindi mo pa sinusulat, tinitingnan mo pa lang yung profile ng respondents, pwede ka nang magkaroon ng a few assumptions. Okay, so ang budget nila 3,000 pesos lang. Ang expenditure nila monthly 500 pesos lang. So maybe yung 2,500 tinitipid pa nila yan for whichever they might want to use the money, no? School expenses, academic expenses, etc. Um, Kumbaga wala pa talaga 'tong purchasing power, no? Okay? So yung conclusions mo would be drawn from that, dun sa nakita mo dito sa findings. So dahil diyan, ayan, ito yung conclusion niya. Meron siyang theory, the females are more inclined to shopping. Okay, although honestly, if you would ask me, medyo malito kasi hindi naman to random sampling, ano, kumbaga talagang binunot niya lang ito sa school. Eh, yung sample na yon, talagang lalo na kung ang course ay female dominated or male dominated, yun yung sinasabi ko kapag magre-rely kayo sa students lang na respondents. Kaya majority sa mga groups, sabi ko lumabas, ano, or mag kumuha ng respondents outside the school. Kasi kapag kayong gagawin mo, estudyante, hindi ka pwedeng mag-conclude na, mas gusto pala ng mga babae yung online shopping. Hindi eh. Bakit? Kasi ang respondents natin ay dependent dun sa course. Eh kung may course ka, female dominated, like for example, it's a tourism course or education course, puro babae yung nandun. Hindi mo pwedeng i-conclude na mas gusto ng babae yung online shopping. Dahil, for one, ang ginawa mong respondents ay mga estudyante. So actually, mali talaga siya, no? But you see what I'm, ano, no, where I'm going. So kung tama yung ginawa mo, meron kang findings, no, talagang random sampling. Tapos nakita mo, kuwari split naman siya 50-50, pero yung 50% na babae, lahat sila conclusive, they want online shopping. Tapos yung 50% na male, hindi pa yon lahat nagsabi na they want online shopping. Then you can conclude that. Pwede mong ilagay yun sa conclusion. Tapos, yung conclusion mo, you link a theory. So, bumunot ka ng theory from related lit. No? Ilalagay mo siya dito. Kunwari, theory X, theory Y suggests that females are more inclined to shopping. Okay? So, yun yung mga silbi ng related literature mo. Bakit may related lit ka? So, later on, you can use that in your conclusions. No? Pwede mo siyang i-inject. Kumbaga, dun sa study na ginawa ni Pedro noong 2020, nakita niya na um, majority of the customers really like to shop and most of them are females. No, mga ganun. Example lang yun, I'm just making things up. Ano? Hindi siya conclusive. No? Okay? So I hope naiintindihan ninyo yung ini-explain ko. So yun yung conclusion. And then meron ka ng recommendation. So kung nalaman mo na karamihan pala bumibili sa iyo ay babae, you are an online shopping business. Karamihan babae, tapos ang budget nila 3,000 pesos lang. No, yun lang yung kanilang monthly pera. Tapos dun sa 3,000 na yun, 500 lang ginagastos nila. So what's your recommendation? So recommendation mo para dito sa mga customers mo, yung respondents mo, dapat yung business natin would operate more on catering female-based products, no? Like kunwari, again hindi conclusive yung sagot ko, hindi ko sinasabi na ganun talaga for online shopping. I'm just saying based on kung ano yung napalabas niya dito sa kanyang study. No? So dahil diyan, dapat pala ang online shopping business ko, majority ng mga products would cater to females. Tapos yung yung prices ay below 3,000 pesos lang kasi yun lang yung kaya nila eh. Or yung dadamihan natin ng mga product, mga worth 3,000 and below lang. Hindi tayo mag-o-offer ng mga super mamahali na product kasi hindi natin mata-target yung audience natin. So yun yung recommendation mo na may recommendation ka for the business, yung conclusion mo kinuha mo sa RRL, yung findings mo nanggaling sa SOP. So it's all connected. Okay? So I hope nakukuha nyo na. So meron ka na for your problem 1. Ang gagawin mo na lang ngayon dyan, ikakopy-copy mo na lang. So ito, ikakopy ko to, and then ilalagay ko siya ngayon dito sa IMRAD ko. So conclusion, okay, conclusion 1, o yan, ito ang nakita namin, o ganon. Ay sorry, hindi ako nakopya. Impact of analysis, ayan. So ganon ano. Tapos yung balik ako dito sa I'm jumping between windows sana nasusundan ninyo, no? Ay sorry. Mali. So conclusion, so kakopyahin ko tong conclusion na 'to. Ilalagay ko siya dun sa section ng conclusion. Para mali na conclusion na pala yung nalagay ko. So recommendation, kinopy ko. So babalik ako ngayon dito sa window na 'to, ang IMRAD, and then ilalagay ko siya dito sa recommendation part na 'to, no? For example, recommendation 1. Based on the findings, blah, 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 ito ang recommendations. Number 1. So, yan. Okay? So, ganon. That's how you do your results and discussions. Okay? Yung findings, since wala naman tayong findings para dito sa IMRAD natin, pwedeng gawin nyo na lang siyang parang conclusive statement, parang generalized statement, i-integrate nyo na lang siya somewhere here sa results. And then kada isang conclusion, kunwari SOP1, conclusion here, the recommendation dito. SOP2, conclusion to dito, recommendation to dito. So ganun, ano? Lagay ka na lang ng lagay, hindi ka na mahihirapan. Okay? Tapos pagka during the defense, you have the matrix, no? Pwedeng mag-prepare kayo ng ganyan, i-print out nyo, dalhin nyo lang para kapag nagde-defend kayo, nagtanong yung panel, bakit ito yung recommendation mo? Kasi problem 1 po, ito po yung nakita namin sa findings, and then ito yung conclusions namin. Therefore, yan po yung recommendation namin. Okay? So, mas madali ngayon maglagay ng conclusions and recommendations dahil na-plot mo na siya sa iyong matrix. No? So I suggest, before you craft your results and discussion, gawa ka ng matrix, tapos dun mo na lang uhugutin yung conclusions and recommendations mo. And then after that, tapos ka na. No? Kasi ang last part naman nito ay references na. So ilalagay mo na lang yung references mo. Okay? So yung format natin, sundin nyo rin. I believe this is APA 7. So meron namang mga APA 7 converters online, no? So ilalagay mo lang yung mismong yung details like yung link, yung author, ganyan, tapos i-convert niya na sa'yo, naka APA 7 na, ipe-paste mo na lang, ika-copy and paste mo na lang dito. Okay? Or even AI, pwede mong gamitin yung ChatGPT. Can you convert this into APA 7 reference? So, pagka niluwa niya na yung reference, i-copy mo na lang. Okay? Okay. So, I hope that's clear. Stop sharing lang ako. Okay, so, ayan, I hope naintindihan ninyo yung pag-craft ng last part. Okay? Ay, sorry. Share ko na rin pala to para may idea na kayo. Although maaga pa naman tayo, no? We still have a month ahead. Pero siguro, pwede natin gawin na kahit mga third week ng April, mag-defense na tayo para yung remaining weeks, may na kayo, no? Pagsasama-samahin nyo na lang yung IMRAD nyo as a class, ibabind natin, and then yun na yung submission ng class, no? Wait lang, i-share ko ito. Saan ba yun? Wait lang po, okay dito. Okay. Share natin. Share this window. Okay. So, ito yung ano, no? Sample defense grade sheet. So, yung grade sheet nyo, meron kayo, yung content, yung pinakang IMRAD would be 40 points. Okay. Tapos yung visuals, ito na yung poster na sinasabi ko. Okay. And then yung delivery, yan na yung during the defense, pagka may mga questions sila sa inyo, yan, 30 points lang din. Constituting to 100%. Ngayon, yung, well, disregard nyo to this is old, no? Luma na yan. Bookbind of research, yun na yung pang entire ano na yun, no? Entire class, nakabind, sama-sama na lahat ng IMRAD. Tapos merong table of contents sa harap ng mga study. Tapos yung research poster, 3 feet by 4 feet portrait. Okay, 3 feet by 4 feet portrait. So, pakita ko ng examples. Wait lang. Minahanap ko lang siya doon sa business management department. Kasi we ano to ginawa namin to sa business management, business administration. Ayan. So, and if you can see this, ayan yung ano, pinakang tarp, no? So yung tarp natin, as I mentioned, 3 feet by 4 feet siya. So nakatayo yan, yung tarpaulin na yan. And then merong standee yan, no? Yung standee, I'll give you a link on that. Meron yan sa Shopee, no? 2.6 by 5 yata, or 2.5 rather, 2.5 by 6 feet yung standee niyan. Mura lang naman yan, parang mga wala pang 200 to 300 yan if I'm not mistaken. Check ko lang. Tarpaulin standee. Oo, wala pang mga 300 to. 114 nga lang ito dito sa sinesearch ko right now. Ano. So, so ganyan. No? So finalize ko yung dates, tapos ang gagawin natin, no, for example, this is a day for GBA 2C. So during that day, naka-display yung mga tarpaulin ninyo. No? I-determine ko yung location. Ano? So tentative yun muna. No? So naka-display siya, tapos parang ano lang siya, parang blitz. No? Dadaan lang yung mga panel, and then they will have a couple of questions. Tapos ano lang siya, parang rapid fire question lang. Hindi naman siya kagaya nung tipong ano, no, na merong defense, no? Business research. Yung nakaraan lang, medyo nag-ano kami, ano man tawag nito. Gusto kasi ni Ma'am Maricel nasa ano nasa loob ng business hub during that time, ano. So ginawa namin, pinapasok isa-isa. Tapos may few questions lang sila. Pero ang original plan niyan, naka-display lang siya, tapos rapid fire lang. So ganun lang po 'yan, class. Okay? Okay. So that's my part, ano. Questions or concerns po, or maybe we can per group, kung may mga tanong, this is the perfect time, ano.